Hey there, it's Wednesday and I felt like playing. So I rummaged through my refrigerator and I found some stuff, and wait till you see what we're gonna do. I still had some kale left over from the last time we used kale. So we're gonna whip together a quick kale salad and then wait till you see what's gonna go on top. I bought this really cool lemon juicer because, you know, I'm lazy and I don't like the lemon seeds. So you just push it in, push down the handle. You know, if you take your fruit, lemons or limes, and throw them in the microwave for a few seconds before you try to juice them, you're gonna get a better yield. But we don't need a whole lot of lemon juice for this. We're making a dressing for our kale salad. And we're gonna start with our base, which is a lemon aioli, which I made. It's mayonnaise, some oil, seasoned oil from some artichoke hearts that I bought, and some lemon juice. And we're gonna thin this out because it's too thick to be a salad dressing. So we're gonna add in our lemon juice. Nice and lemony. And I think some more of that oil. I gotta go get the jar, but we'll get started. I've been looking for Roman artichokes for a long time, and I finally found some on Amazon. And I thought they were in brine, which is what I wanted, but they weren't. They were packed in a seasoned oil. So anyway, we can use them for this. I wasn't too happy about that because that's not what I wanted. But we're gonna whip this together and thin it out a bit. Oh, that's gonna be perfect. The key to making a great kale salad is to massage the dressing into the kale. I'm not even a big kale fan, but I like a kale salad that's been massaged. Yeah, I think we can use all that dressing. So you put the dressing on and then you just get in there and just work it in until it's all worked into the kale. Okay, as you can see, that's kale is well incorporated. The dressing is well incorporated into the kale, and it's creamy and delicious looking. Next thing we're going to do is add in some sliced red onions and some diced cucumbers. And this is really in keeping with what I do, but this is what I wanted to do. I have these dried cranberries that have been kicking around for quite a while, so I wanted to use them, and they're going in. And I'm going to toss all this stuff together. Here's our creamy kale salad. It's yummy and delicious, and we're gonna just set it aside for a minute while we make something special. I talked about looking for Roman artichokes because there used to be a recipe that I made in delis where I would coat the Roman artichokes with a lemon aioli, roll them in panko breadcrumbs, and bake them and make an appetizer out of them. I was gonna do that, but then I remembered that I have a new air fryer, so we're gonna fry them in the air fryer, and then we're gonna put them on top of our kale salad. Here we go. So I ate most of the artichokes because they're just so delicious. These, because they're packed in oil, I wanted them to be as dry as possible. So I've been keeping them in these cucumber, where are we going? Keeping them in these paper towels, and we're gonna dry them out, and then we're gonna set up our breading station and bread them. Okay, here we go. Artichoke number one. This one is gonna be the hardest one because it's all floppy. Actually, half of it just fell out. So we'll do the pieces. So that first they go in the flour. Now we use a wet hand, dry hand method for coating these things. This will be my dry hand. And we coat that nicely with the flour. Shake off the excess, pop it in the egg. This will be my wet hand. It's sticking nicely. I was afraid it wasn't going to stick because of the oil, but it's working out pretty good so far. And then we're going into panko breadcrumbs. Back to our dry hand. Press it in. Even on the inside. And there's our breaded artichoke heart. That's going to be so good when it's all fried up. Now we're going to do the rest. Here are our lovely breaded artichoke hearts. And I brought the air fryer over here. And so now we're going to fry them. First thing we're going to do is spray the basket of the air fryer with a generous amount of non-stick cooking spray. And choke. Then we're going to place our artichoke hearts inside. so. And then another generous amount of non-stick cooking spray, or, you know, olive oil spray or some kind of spray that you're comfortable with using. Because even though the air fryer is supposed to be healthy, it does depend on fat to work. Okay, so in we go. I think, yep. And this is a first for me, so we're gonna do an experiment. We're gonna go to 380 degrees for, let's see what they look like after 6 minutes. Okay, 6 minutes was a nice time. I actually should turn these over and do them again, but I don't think I have to. They're perfectly browned and lovely and crispy. And now we're gonna plate them up with our kale salad. Okay, crispy, beautiful, green, kale-y. And luckily for me, a little bit of the dressing sunk to the bottom of the bowl of the kale salad. So we're just gonna drizzle that over top. And I had some toasted pine nuts kicking around for something else that I made. We're gonna sprinkle this whole thing with toasted pine nuts. And they're gonna bounce all over the place. And I don't even know what I'm gonna call this. I'm gonna call this fried Roman artichokes, air fried Roman artichokes with a lovely kale salad. And it's gonna be delicious and yummy. Okay, up close on the fork. And the artichokes are so tender, and that's gonna be our first bite. Thank you for joining me on a random Wednesday afternoon when I felt like playing and I played. So thanks for joining me while I played with my food. Come again.